Melbourne Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. So the Liberty Flames offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammate...
Afterburners coming. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw. It's Salter. And they get the sack just like that.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Wiggles free. Going to try to get it himself.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He'll pitch it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Getting some heat. Skips away from pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Flames will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Owens. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he's running in the open. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll run it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback extends the play and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The Flames line up to punt it away.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Owens. Delivers the stiff arm. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field? On display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. 1st down for this offense. From the red zone, it's in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quick strike complete. Strikes the blow. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he burrows his way into the end zone.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Time for 1 more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Just got one on that last run, now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get him behind the sticks.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And the Flames will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Owens. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Using his legs, it's Avery.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing.
Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with it.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the returner will be knocked down. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Here comes the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to go deep. And he's got it inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the D deny them on second and goal. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. It's Salter. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays. they've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Open space at the 25. Oh, what a move. He's now up to 66 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This will likely be the last play of the half. Power ahead. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day so far there today in Lynchburg. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
The Flames will kick it off to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance at coming back, they better.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quickly complete. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Salter. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
On the return, it's Owens. Dances away again. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Now the pitch.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Takes it the other way. All the way in for the touchdown. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The AT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Salter. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try and have a big completion here. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
On the return, it's Owens. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. On the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. Bulldozes him. And they're in for a touchdown.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. Back to throw, it's Salter. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Line gets set, 1st down. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 45, on his way. He's off to the races. The 10. Touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Salter. He's got it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Feeling some heat. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Returner goes out of bounds.
A first down for the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Fighting off the defender. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. He'll pitch it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole. And the defense ran right through it. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking for a man. It's Salter. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Slips through the line.
Return goes out of bounds.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play calls.
Oh, look out, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Nothing but green ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire...